Next on NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
Body condition scoring is an important exercise on a cow-calf operation. Ahead, tips on how to score your herd. Plus, we head to Wisconsin for the Farm and Technology Days. And we spend a day in the life of Montana rancher Bill Donald.
And now, NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen with your host, Susie Ross.
Hello, I'm Susie Ross. Thanks for watching Cattlemen to Cattlemen. Progress on the Senate Farm Bill leads this week's cattle industry news. Senate Agriculture Chairman Tom Harkin of Iowa has released a committee markup of the bill. One of NCBA's top priorities is to keep any new government restrictions on cattlemen's marketing options or cattle ownership out of the Farm Bill.
Restricting the farmer's ability to sell his cattle to whom he wants to, when he wants to be delivered at the date he wants to. You know, that's the American way, and that's what we believe at NCBA, that we've gained so much in this cattle industry through alternative marketing arrangements across our country. I know we certainly have in the South and the East, and we don't want to give those up in any way.
A proposal to ban horse slaughter and an amendment creating a new federal food safety agency are also expected on the Senate floor. For more information on how you can help NCBA represent cattlemen's interests on these issues, visit our website at cattlementocattlemen.org. Have you seen video cattle auctions on TV and wondered, could I sell cattle that way? We have more on video auctions in this week's Market Watch.
Market Watch, brought to you by Pfizer Animal Health.
Joining us this week is Jim Kelly, Business Manager for Superior Livestock. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you, Susie.
Great to have you here.
Thanks.
First, would you please tell us a little bit about Superior Livestock and its involvement with video auctions?
Superior Livestock Auction started almost, a little over 20 years ago, actually. We now have offices in Fort Worth, Texas, Visalia, California, and Brush, Colorado. When the company started some 20 years ago, with the merger of Jim Odell and Buddy Jeffers, who were the founders of the company, their goal was to sell 300,000 head that first year. We now sell that many head in a week, actually. Wow. And this year we're going to approach selling almost 2 million head for the year.
Wow. So obviously, video auction is a real hit for both buyers and sellers. Why do you think that is?
I think a lot of it is convenience for both buyer and seller. And I think what it does is it transforms a cattleman from being a seller to a marketer. He gets to pick when he sells his cattle. He gets to pick when those cattle are going to be delivered. He hopefully is selling in an up market. And so he truly gets to be in control of his own destiny when it comes to marketing his cattle. Okay. From the buyer standpoint, obviously, he gets the opportunity to look at thousands and thousands of head without the expense of driving all over the country.
So if a cattle producer wanted to market this way, how would he get started?
Really, it's very easy. Everything that we market is in truckload lots, of course. And we have over 400 representatives all over the United States that literally come to the cattleman's branch, videotape the cattle, write up a contract, and ultimately then we edit and put that film together for a video sale on television and on the internet.
Jim, another topic I want to talk to you today about is source and age verification. Are you seeing more demand for this from cattle buyers?
We actually started our own source and age verification program last year called Superior Verified. Oh. We source and aged almost 50,000 head through that program, and this year that number is going to double. So yes, we have seen a great deal of interest in 2007 compared to last year.
Okay. So when cattlemen make the proper investment in source and age verification, are they seeing a return on that investment? We
now actually have data from this year and last year that show that those cattle that are source and aged compared to cattle that their contemporaries that are not will bring a premium of about $1.50 per hundredweight over their contemporaries that have not been source and aged.
That's significant.
It certainly adds up, yes. It's enough to make a difference.
Jim, great information. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Maybe we'll have you back again soon. For more on these issues, you can visit our website at cattlementocattlemen.org. Each year, the Wisconsin Farm and Technology Days showcase some of the best beef has to offer. Here's a little of what we saw when we had the chance to visit the event. Each fall in Albany, Wisconsin, hundreds gather for the Wisconsin Farm and Technology Days.
The Wisconsin Farm Technology Days has been going for many years. It used to be called the Wisconsin Farm Progress Days. And the beef industry has been involved for quite a while with the Farm Technology Days. About 6 years ago, we became greatly involved because the Wisconsin Cattlemen decided we wanted to have a beef tent. And our first tent was 40 feet by 60 feet, and now it's 40 feet by 160 feet. So we have tried to make this a producer education, producer communication, and consumer information project. And we've tried to bring in all aspects of the beef industry.
It's a place to view all types of livestock.
We have a South Devon display here. We have two heifers here, a black heifer and a red heifer, and we're just kind of presenting our breed to the public and informing people kind of the attributes of the South Devon breed.
The Wisconsin Cattlemen's Beef Tent is one of the most popular stops at the Farm and Technology Days.
Well, the beef tent's been really a unique thing for all the beef producers because it gets the producers all together in one tent. It's not a competition, but you're able to walk through the barn and see different breeds, and plus you have the Wisconsin Cattlemen have their daily display there and talk about beef business and beef cuts, and it's really educational, which is really good. We see a lot of young people come to the tent, and it's so important that our youth get to look at what the future will lie for us, and we also try to make sure that we present to the youth of America the opportunities to go ahead and be in agriculture someday. And we're losing a lot of kids to other industries, and we think that things like this will kind of stir some interest in agriculture in the future as well.
And farm shows like this one are a great place to learn more about all aspects of agriculture.
We'd always invite people to come out to any of these farm shows. They're across this United States everywhere, and certainly we think that it's a good opportunity for people to see the beef and for what it really is and the truth about nutrition. Beef, it's what's for dinner, they always say.
For more information on the Wisconsin Farm and Technology Days, head to our website at cattlementocattlemen.org. Your cow herd's body condition score greatly influences your cow's reproductive efficiency and health, all of which can greatly affect a cow-calf operations bottom line. Next on NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen, more on how to condition score your herd. Plus, we'll spend a day in the life of a Montana cattle rancher. But first, here's a look at this week's market summary provided by Cattle Facts.
Patience may be a virtue, but when cattle are down with shipping fever, you don't have time to be patient. And that's why Baytril 100 was designed specifically for first-line treatment of bovine respiratory disease. For use by or on the order of a licensed veterinarian. Extra label use in food-producing animals is prohibited. Ask your veterinarian for more information. When it's BRD, patience isn't an option. Choose Baytril 100, right the first time.
2 100% pure USDA inspected patties are only the beginning of what make the Big Mac famous, and that's what we're made of.
You know there's more to raising cattle than adding pounds and a strong bottom line. It includes a commitment to deliver quality beef, lean, flavorful, safe, and wholesome. That's why Fort Dodge Animal Health brings you the Synovex family of growth implants. Proven tools for higher performance. Quality, wholesomeness, performance, profit. Fort Dodge Animal Health knows they're important to you, so they're important to us. For more information on Synovex implants, visit us online.
Welcome back to Cattlemen to Cattlemen. Body condition scoring is an important part of any cow-calf operation. Cattlemen to Cattlemen's own Todd McCartney had the chance to visit with Dr. Lee Dickerson from Land O'Lakes Purina Feed at the Longview Animal Nutrition Center. Let's take a look.
You're right, body condition scoring is a vital tool for ranchers to use, yet it seems to be overlooked greatly. Lee, tell us about body condition scoring and what producers are missing out on when they don't use this tool.
Can do that, Todd. Appreciate the opportunity. Body condition scoring and having the cows in the right stage at the right time at the right body condition is critical to all the factors that drive that rancher's return. It'll drive how soon they come back into heat, number of days to show heat, their final pregnancy rates. It'll drive milk production of the cow. It'll drive final weaning weights and the number of calves weaned, which bottom line drives whether he makes money or whether he doesn't. So body condition scoring and having the cow in the right stage at the right time is extremely important. The condition scoring system is a 1 to 9 system. 1 is a severely emaciated animal and 9 is an obese animal. A rancher can't stand either extreme. Most of the cows that I look at, and as I ranched and then work with producers today, most of the cows I see are from a 3 to a 7 body condition. What we're trying to target is to have those cows in no less than a 5 condition score when they wean, and a 6 when we are then going to calve again, and no less than a 5.5 body condition score when we turn the bull in, we AI or we embryo transfer. Let's go over here and look at some cows, and we'll try to give you a feeling for what these scores are.
Let's take a look at them.
Todd, in this first pen, what we have, the brown cow here, and by the way, this body condition scoring system can be used across all breed types. The particular ranch I was on, we actually had 8 different breeds of cattle. Each was a 2- or 3-way cross from germplasm from all over the world, and we used it across all breed types, so this works okay.
Gotcha.
This brown cow here is about a 5 body condition score. You'll see 2 to 3 ribs showing, no fat in the tail head, none in the brisket, good muscle in the shoulders and hindquarters. That, with the ranchers I work with and what I saw as I was ranching, is you don't want them to fall any less than that. The cow on the other side, the white cow, is about a 4.5 score cow. You see a very sharp backbone, almost individual vertebrae. If you've fallen that low, you're really in trouble, and it takes the rancher a lot more dollars to bring her back. Let's go up here to these next set of cows. The cow on the back, yellow tag 193, is a body condition score 6 cow. That's the kind of cow we want at calving. You'll notice you've got some fat in the tail head, fat in the brisket, no ribs showing, rounded across the top of the back, good muscle, shoulders and hindquarters. That animal will come back into heat substantially quicker than an animal that's in a 5 score as we look back here. So we want her to come back in heat as quick as we can so we can get her settled, get her to breed so that calf comes earlier the next year. That drives the weaning weights of the calves and number of calves that he has to wean. The next stage that's critical is just prior to bull turn-in, AI or artificial insemination or embryo transfer. The cow that we have in front here is about a 5.5 score. You notice there's not as much fat in the tail head, still good muscle, shoulders and hindquarters, about 1 rib showing. That animal, you don't really want your herd to fall any less than about a 5.5 body condition score. If you're going to get optimal breed back and be able to get those cows settled early in the breeding season, and then be able the next season to have those calves come as early as they possibly can. It also will affect milk production. You really need to have those cows in a 5.5 to 6 score to maximize milk production so that you can get maximum weight on calves.
Same system, but you handle your heifers different, right?
Yeah, the same scoring system works for heifers. The only difference is I always recommend we keep our heifers different from our cows because our heifers are trying to breed back, they're trying to still grow, they're losing a set of teeth. They got everything working against them, and their nutrient requirements are significantly higher to get that done than for a mature cow.
And using this system, it sure helps us identify what every rancher's after is that easy doing cow.
That's exactly right. It helps you identify who your easy doer and who aren't.
Right. We know we don't need the number 3. She isn't going to work for us, but hog fat doesn't work either.
That's exactly
and
right.
There's data to support that, right?
That's correct. In fact, there's data to show that if you were to try to nutritionally push an animal from a 6 to a 7 score, you really gain no increase in the number of days to show heat or that estrus, that first estrus. So there's no benefit to trying to force feed an animal. It just costs the rancher more money.
When we return, we'll learn more about beef cow nutrition and ways to improve your profit potential. Stay with us.
Purina's wind and rain minerals are research tested and field proven to provide balanced mineral nutrition essential for cattle health, growth, and reproduction. They're highly palatable so cattle consume what they need when they need it. And wind and rain mineral special formulation resists the elements so they won't blow out of the feeder and maintain their palatability even if they've been wet. Wind and rain cattle minerals from Purina Mills, building better cattle.
Rush to Reno. The 2008 Cattle Industry Annual Convention and Trade Show. For fun, for education, for new ideas. For more information, visit beefusa.org.
Welcome back. Let's head back to Missouri and the Longview Animal Center to learn more about herd nutrition.
Well, the bottom line is this system works, and university research has shown that. Case in point, reproductive performance. The difference between a 4 and a score 6 is huge.
That's exactly right, Todd. This is actually data that was taken, and cattle prior to calving were placed in 4 different groups. Body condition 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice that body condition 4 cattle bred back at 65%, body condition 6 cattle bred back at 87%. That's a 22 unit increase in pregnancy rate based on having the cow in the right body condition when she calved. Not only that, those in a 6 score bred back 18 days earlier. That means they calved 18 days earlier, and that calf had 18 more days to put on weight. Calves will gain 2 a day. That's 36 pounds additional weaning weight.
Well, and you've got data to show milk production, the same significant values, right?
Exactly right. If allow me to turn the page here, a set of cows that actually started, 2 sets of cows that started in actually a body condition score 7. And one group was allowed to lose weight and the other maintain weight. And they milked those cows out every 4 hours for 50 days and found that the cows in better body condition actually produced a ½ pound more milk every 4 hours, or 3 pounds every day, which translated to 0.4 pounds more gain on the calves. 205-day adjusted weight, Todd, that's 82 pounds more weaning weight for the producer.
Times 500 head,
that's a lot of money.
You betcha, you betcha. Economic impact is a lot greater, I think, than what most ranchers give it credit.
Agree. And Todd, we've actually, some of the producers we're working with have actually found 2 ranches, worked with 2 ranches now for about 2 years. And by putting this system in place, we increased their conception rates by 10 percentage units and increased their weaning weights by almost 70 pounds a head.
That's worth taking a look at.
Oh, shoot. That's right.
Thank you, Lee.
You betcha.
When developing your cow herd's nutrition program, it's important to body condition score your cows and heifers. For more information, go to cattlemen.org. We'll be right back.
Our Quarter Pounder with cheese is made from 100% pure USDA beef. That means there's 0% anything else. That's what we're made of.
People have different views of what they think's attractive. And while a Select Vac tag doesn't do anything for this dog, it certainly makes calves more attractive to buyers. In fact, Select Vac calves attract up to $29 more per head. No wonder millions of calves have already been enrolled. Ask your veterinarian or animal health supplier about Select Vac, the premier branded preconditioning program, and raise more attractive calves.
Head north to Montana and you'll find the beautiful Cayuse Livestock Company. Northern Ag Network's Russell Nemitz introduces us to rancher Bill Donald.
Well, ranchers always like to hear what other ranchers are doing, Bill. Maybe talk about a typical day here at the Cayuse Livestock Company.
Well, the thing about my life is I don't really have a typical day, and that's why I love the ranching lifestyle. For example, one day this spring I was mucking out a calving stall one day and shaking hands with the President of the United States the next. And being in leadership at NCBA has afforded me many opportunities like that. And as far as the day-to-day work on the ranch, my responsibilities with Cayuse Livestock are the financial end of things. I keep the books, and I do the marketing, and run the yearlings down on the lease operation in Fishtail.
You know, aside from the grandchildren and having that opportunity to work hand in hand with your family every day, which is an incredible experience, what's your favorite part about the ranch?
Well, I think one of the more rewarding parts has been building the cow herd up. And through the years, we've used a lot of artificial insemination and got our genetic base to a place where the cattle that we raise do very well in this climate, and yet they go on and they do very well in the feedlot and on the rail. And one of the more rewarding parts has been the marketing of the cattle. The last couple of years we've sold over the Superior Video and done very well then. It's very rewarding to see a demand for the product that you're putting so much energy into.
What about one of your major challenges here on this operation?
Well, probably the greatest challenge, especially with a multi-generational ranch, is keeping the lines of communication open. Like I said, we did write up a vision statement and a mission statement, and that helps us plot out the course, but it takes a lot of effort to keep communication open and make sure everybody's on the same page every day. We're scattered over a couple different states on 3 different operations, and it's important that we communicate on a regular basis and make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Bill, earlier you talked about how the ranch has a mission statement. You guys are very active in the industry, obviously, and you set goals here. And you know, aside from doing very proactive things like that, one of the most important things that you continue to stress is the next generation, those grandbabies playing over there on the rock wall, and how you've developed this ranch with help of your dad and your granddad to be able to pass it on to that next generation.
That's right. I guess one of the things that I've learned from the tradition of my grandfather and my father is that I view myself as a trustee for the ranch. That I really don't feel that it's in my best interest or the family's best interest to sell it. I view myself as a trustee during my time here to run it the best way I can and leave it in better shape than I found it, and also add to it when the opportunity arises. And that comes from both my father and grandfather, who set this up so they were able to pass it on to us, and we're working diligently so we can pass it on to the next generation.
We're continuing to get wonderful pictures from around the country to feature in our Legacy Photos program. Let's take a look at some of the pictures we received this week. Please do keep sending those photos. To do so, head to our website at cattlemen2cattlemen.org. Before we wrap up this week, we wanted to remind you about an exciting effort to increase interest in large animal veterinary medicine. Fort Dodge Animal Health has teamed up with the National Cattlemen's Foundation to offer 5 $5,000 legacy scholarships. 3 scholarships will be offered to veterinary school students who have chosen an emphasis in beef production, and 2 scholarships will be offered to undergrad students enrolled in an animal science program. Our viewers can help by faxing qualifying Fort Dodge Animal Health invoices to 1-800-330-4720. The company will donate 3% of sales to the Fort Dodge Animal Health Legacy Scholarship for a total of $25,000. Head to our website at cattlementocattlemen.org for more information about qualifying products and how to apply for one of these outstanding legacy scholarships. Thanks for joining us on NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. Be sure to check us out online at cattlementocattlemen.org.